Hi, my name's Joe Badham, and today I'm going to be showing you how to practically and efficiently set up a drum set for optimum use. The first component we start with is the bass drum, and we'll show you how to set that up now. Right, the first component to the drum kit is the bass drum. Now, the bass drum is the base point for all things that are basically a part of acoustic drumming. It's very simple to set up. You just you unfold the two legs on the bottom. Most drum kits will have that, and then you attach the bass pedal. I've got a double bass pedal here, but most beginners will just be working with a single pedal, and that's pretty self-explanatory on how to set it up. And once you've got that, you're ready to start building around it. Next component that we add to the drum kit is the snare drum. The snare drum is a universally recognised drum that sits between you and the bass drum. It has its own unique sound to the kit. Most of the other drums sound very different. And yeah, without the snare drum you can't really have a drum kit, so we'll get that set up for you now, and we'll show you the snare drum. When positioning the snare drum, you basically want to have it in between both of your legs, and if you've got a double bass pedal you want to make sure it's in between the left pedal and the right pedal. You want to have it relatively close to the bass drum, but within good sort of reaching distance of yourself. And you want it to be comfortable as well when you're going to hit the drum. The next component we're going to add to the drum kit is the floor tom, which is basically the big drum that sits in the corner here, and that's going to be the first of two toms that we add. The one that goes on top of the bass drum we'll add a bit later. And yeah, so let's get that set up, and we'll show you what it's all about. Right, yeah, so this is the floor tom here, and basically it's not as important as the other components, but it does create the basic semicircle shape of the drum kit. And now the kit's basically built around you, and you can just add to it. So you've got the bass points, but it's key to doing drum fills and such like. So yeah, in some ways it is equally as important as the other drums. Okay, so the next component we're going to add to the kit is the high tom. Now, I only have one high tom, which is going to go here, but usually on a beginner kit you'd have two. But just for now, we're going to show you how to put the one high tom on, and then you can work around it afterwards. Right, the next component to the drum kit is the high tom. On most beginner kits you'll usually have two high toms, one here and one there as well. But on mine I use what's normally known as a jazz setup, so I miss out the slightly bigger high tom and put a ride cymbal there, which we'll show you later. And it's important, like every other drum, to get it set up correct so you can feel comfortable while you're playing. And yeah, you need to be able to be in good reach of it so you're not sort of straining or stretching. So yeah, that's the high tom. Right, so the next components that we're going to put on the kit are basically all the cymbals, and we're just going to run with the standard hi-hat, crash cymbal and ride cymbal. So yeah, let's get to it. Right, so now we've got the final components on the kit, the cymbals. Basically, I'm just going to explain to you a bit about how they should be. The ride cymbal here is going to be the biggest cymbal, most likely, and that sits on what we call a boom stand, which is the one that you can pull in and out, and it basically gives you a bit of leverage on where you want the cymbal. It's probably the hardest to position, and but it's also a very significant cymbal in the setup. The next cymbal is the crash cymbal, which usually would sit here or above the ride cymbal in the other corner of the kit. And then you've got your hi-hat, which goes here, and that's probably the most essential cymbal to the kit, most significant. And yeah, you just want to make sure that they're all in good reaching distance and you're not stretching.